Good morning, everyone. Today's Wednesday, September the 26th. This is the futures in 5. We are waiting on the Fed. We've got a meeting release today. Let's take a look at the charts. The ES a little bit quiet, very much caught in this congestion zone. We are in a space that binds us between 29.18 and 29.32. That's going to be the breakout edge. Because we have mixed momentum, these breakouts have a tendency to reject, but you can chase them out if you're moving very quickly. Just don't hang on to them because they are going to turn around, pull back, and expose your risk if they are intending to move forward. Same thing on the bottom. This is going to be kind of a big deal today. So watch these edges. They should provide bounce action spaces, but they also could give us big wicks into those expansion areas before moving. So look at your smaller time frames and take a look at this range expansion event that may or may not come on either side of the space. We have filled in this low volume pocket here from the prior week. You can see us sitting right inside of this space. So it is legitimate that we test the edges upon the expansion, but that we also move back to the center because we have no true trend sitting in our charts here. Taking a look at the NQ, we've seen the same thing 3 weeks running. Support to resistance to support to resistance to support to resistance. Fading. This is the first area of support here, 76.05. We should bounce off of it fairly nicely. How well we hold that edge, we've got a pocket of volume here that's fairly thin, so we may dance around here for a bit. This is also bound, but the boundaries are a little bit wider. 26.32-ish and 75.85-ish. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less. Old resistance, likely to be tested as new support. If that doesn't hold, much bigger old resistance, new support down here at 75.45. We have not tested that since the beginning of the week. And so we are moving upward in the space. We have a little bit of upside drift, but this looks like a space that is going to have a failed bounce on it. What we see with the Fed is really potentially going to give us the go-ahead, but my thought is bounces are going to be new sell zones. YM, taking a look at this, we've got high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. It's filled in the volume profile. Here's my old resistance, new support. What should happen here? I should bounce. If I don't bounce, where could I go? Well, I would need to hold about 26,450. Otherwise, I'm going to fill in this profile and then this profile. So there are all kinds of low volume nodes that we really have to realize that we are going to retest. Don't know when, don't know how, but very legitimate that we revisit these spaces. So again, watch the edges. We're bound by about 170 points, 26,670, 26,680 up here, 26,500 down here. And we could have these big wicks, just like there's a big wick here. So watch those edges. Today is a day that you've got to watch the edges. Taking a look at oil, I've been talking about a double top coming into this space. We've had this level 72.83 for a while, and so now we are seeing the topping event coming right just shy of my number. It's not really, I have no idea why it's not coming into that number, because that is a composite level that is showing quite a bit of resistance. What that tells me is they're either eager sellers here, and eager sellers never get the good end of the deal because the chart doesn't expand the way it's supposed to. Top edge 73.30, pullbacks, old resistance, new support, looks potentially 71.24, 71.41, somewhere around there. We'll see the bounce. Again, bounded, so we watch the edge. Should we hold 71.80 at the first pass? Yes, we should. We definitely should. But if it doesn't hold, we know exactly where we're going. And so you have to take that risk and say, all right, what shall I do with this space? And that really is what you believe. You assess what you think you're looking at. You propose a trade event. You estimate your risk, and then you move. You can be right or wrong. It's not about being right. It's about having a plan in case you're wrong. Okay, taking a look at gold, same thing. High, low, high, low. Now we're at the midpoint, but take a look at this. This to the left looks just like this. People are definitely trying to pick a bottom here, but here's the big thing. This level right here at 1200, going to be a big deal. All right, so the range expansion down into these edges should find a buyer. I would say probably 1198, 1198.60. That's this level right here. So we are looking for that area to provide the bounce event. Any kind of deep dips that you're going to see here in in gold, they're going to get picked up. They are going to get picked up at the first pass. So what you want to do is watch for it to come in, watch for the lowest edge you think it'll hold, and then consider positioning yourself to try to pick the bottom. If it bounces and it can't get back up over 1200, 1202, you know the chart has got more downside motion, and that downside motion could be, all the way back down to 1192. All right, that concludes the futures in 5.